Alright, what is up, guys? I'm going to try to do this again. I've already tried to record it once, but my son was absolutely screaming at the top of his lungs. So I might not be able to get out of y'all hearing him scream. So, as you can see, this is today, December 10th, Tuesday, December 10th. Currently, it's 5:52 p.m., so the markets have been closed for almost 2 hours. Today was an amazing day, finishing up $5,468 by end of day. And on top of that, I took a mental short trade on another stock and would have made $2,200 on it. I didn't count it though, mainly because I said I was going to take this short here, and then I wasn't watching it at all. I was painting. We're painting rooms in the house right now. So I just didn't count it because I wasn't watching it. I wasn't even checking in on it to see if it was, the stock, I went short at like 10.05, $10.05. So it could have ran up to 15. I'd have never known it. I would have had to have been like, well, this is where I got out, Now I did have a plan, I was going to take half off at $9. So I shorted at 10.05 with 1,000 shares. And then I was going to take half off, so sell 500 at $9, and then I was going to sell 250 if it got to $8, and then I was going to let the other 250 run, and it did. In fact, let's see, it did everything I wanted it to do. So this is where I put in the short. So that was at 10.05. So it was just. I did it on my phone, and it's really hard to get the lines in the exact price because it doesn't tell you where you're putting the line. So 10.05, it was this candle here. It popped all the way up to 10.20, so it would have easily gotten filled. And then, it drifted down. It almost hit, no, it did go past 9. Okay. It was here. Almost went down to 9 here. I was watching it up until this point. Yeah, it was actually right up in here, but so I had stuff to do. We're trying to paint rooms in the house. We've got 3 painted so far. We have 9-foot ceilings, so it takes absolutely forever because I can't reach 9 feet, so I'm constantly having to get up on a step ladder, get down, up and down, up and down, up and down. So it takes like 4 hours to paint a room. Then you got to do all the trim work. I hate taping, so I just go real slow with a fine brush because I'm real particular. I don't like a sloppy paint job. It makes the room look messy. So, long story short, it would have filled the half, here at $9 easily. Then it came back up, and then on this drop here, it would have filled, the $8 easily. And honestly, if I was watching this, I'd have probably sold the rest in this little drop, or even as it came back up here, because that would have been nice. But it did come all the way down to $7, so I had plenty of opportunity to sell at 7, even a little below 7. Either way, I'm not going to count it because I wasn't watching it. It wasn't part of my trading. I don't short a lot, so it is what it is. Now, speaking of taking mental trades, I did take a mental trade this morning in pre-market, which I do count because the simulator with TD Ameritrade does not let you take pre-market or after-hour trading. It will not fill your position no matter what. But if it had been a real account, I would have been able to get in. So I took the mental position and I uploaded it into TraderView. And that's how we're going to go over the trades today, because not only that, I did play around with some short selling on the TD Ameritrade stuff. But like I said, I'm just practicing shorting. It's not a part of my day trading strategy right now. It's just something I'm goofing off with. So this is my true P&L from today, just from day trading. This first trade here is the one I had to manually input. So I bought 1,000 shares as it broke $7. Let's see if I can pull it over here. So right here, as it broke 7, or well, actually, I mentally put in an order at 7, because you have to limit order in and out pre-market and after hours. You can't market order. So mentally, I'm like, I will buy 1,000 at 7. Boom, gets filled. As it's going up, my thought process is, if it reaches 740, that's $400. So I'm going to get out there. So I put in a mental order to sell at 740, pops up and above, hits 750, and comes back down. And then it doesn't break 740 again. I was like, man, that's awesome, because I don't pre-market trade ever. And the only reason I got in here and didn't get in down here is because I didn't even get on the computer until about 10:05, 10:06. Also, this is the second day in a row I didn't record my trading. I actually opened OBS today. Yesterday I forgot to even open the program. Today I actually opened it and never hit record. I just have a lot going on. I mean, like I said, we're trying to get these rooms painted. We were up late last night painting. I'm trying to get, well, I was trying to get, I've got it now, an account funded from TradeNet.com. So that's what this is. I will move this around so you can kind of see. So you've seen this before. A buddy of mine had a TradeNet account. He let me trade it like a week and a half or something. So you buy a package, like a student package or whatever, study package. You go through all the videos, you take tests and stuff, and then at the end, if you scored well enough on the test, which are super easy if you know what you're doing with trading, they will give you a $14,000 account. Now, as you can see, I took one little trade today, just goofing off, lost $40. I went short on LMPX with 100 shares, just goofing off. And I market ordered in, which was the big mistake because there's such a spread on it. And it filled me at 13. And then it like pops up to 13.20. Immediately I'm down. Popped up to like 13.40, back down to 13.30. And I'm just like, I'm getting out. Because I was down $60 at one moment. And I'm like, dang it, I don't want my first trade to be a $100 loss just because I'm goofing off. So I just went ahead and market ordered out. Yeah, I was in it for like 3 minutes. But anyways, so I was dealing with that this morning. They sent me an email saying that I was going to get the account today. I needed to set up login credentials and all that. So I'm getting this, pulled up. I was getting my TD Ameritrade pulled up. I was getting my my mentor's website pulled up. He live streams every day, does commentary throughout the day. So I was getting that pulled up. And immediately when I get signed into his thing, he's talking about TCCO. It's like pre-market, it closed or had a low yesterday of $1.86, and it hit 750 in pre-market. So yeah, it had a nice little gap up. Currently is up 308%. At this point, it was like 420% or something. So, first trade, pre-market, $400. Now, what's funny is my second trade was a $490 loss. And that was on LMPX. So let's go over there real quick. And as you can see, LMPX, it opened somewhere down here in the 850 range, 840 range, and it hit 1565. I called this out. Well, I didn't call it out, but in chat, this was the first stock that I listed as my stocks to watch, because yesterday it had this big spike. I made good money on it. This morning it had a little spike. I somehow missed it. And then here late in the afternoon it had a nice spike. Now, this is a brand new IPO stock. So if you look at the daily chart, boom, 1, 2, 3, 4 days worth of trading. Every day has been green so far. Today was massive. It's not pulling in a lot of volume, but people are just buying it because we don't know where it's going to go. I don't even know what they do. Automotive Holdings, LMP Automotive, I don't know what that is. But anyways, the first trade I made on it, let's see. It was this candle here. Let me go back and pull up my trader view. I'm going to pull this to the side so I don't have to keep opening and closing it. So I got in 1,000 shares at 868. So right here. And then I sold that 1,000 here at 847. Then I got in with 2,000 shares going big at 923. This one. I sold 500 at 936, which is here, and then sold the rest way down here at $9, even, 1,500 shares, for a total loss of $490. And then, you know, it sold off, so I was done with it for the day. Next trade, I lose 257 on FTSV. So, FTSV, 5 total transactions. So, oh man, this one's terrible. So I bought 100 here, 100 here, 100 here, 100 here. So I got 400 shares with an average price of, let's see, I'm going to kind of guess here, $33. And then I sold the 400 down here at $32.45 for a $257 loss. Not a huge loss. Then my next trade is on TCCO, where I lose another $480. I was down on the day like $1,200 before my massive winner, which we will definitely go over here in a minute. So, Jacob, what's going on, bud? My son was watching TV. Let's pause this. God. Okay, so I got him calmed down. Pause the recording for a second. So, TCCO. Let's see. He's probably going to scream some more. So sorry. $480 loss on this one. Boom. Okay. Trying to get the bigger chart pulled up. So this is, okay, so my first trade was a $400 winner. This next trade, because it separates them, is a $480 loss. So I got in 1,000 shares. Let's see, 695 at 941. 941. So I thought it was going to break this level and move higher. I thought it was going to U-shape around and go up. So I got in 1,000 shares at 695, which is right before the break of 7. And then I sold 500 at 673 and 500 at 677. Now the reason I didn't sell the whole 1,000 is because I'd already topped in like 500, so I could sell half and half as it went up. So I just hit market order out twice. So then I bought 2,000 shares at $5.99 as it came back down, thinking it was going to bounce basically at 6, and it didn't. Continued lower, so I sold that 2,000 at $5.85. As it continued lower. Let's see, and I know I did take another trade on the name. Yes, and the last trade I made on it was really good, but I'm going to go in order here. So ITRM. This was my big winner today. I made $3,805 on the name. So, not a lot of volume here. You know, there's 2,800 shares, 4,000 shares, 1,400, 1,600, 6,300. That's very low. I mean, you can see the bars here. So, I seen it hit the high day scanner here, and I seen it hit the high day scanner here, and then it started hitting it like boom, 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 boom. So I pull it up, looking at it, and I see orders just going through. I mark an order in instantly. Let me pull it up, make sure I'm right. I'm pretty sure it's 2,000 shares. 2,000 shares. So I get filled 2,000 shares at the very tip top at 534. So I'm holding 2,000 shares into this halt. Halted for 10 minutes. From 9:47 to 9:57. So not only that, my son's therapy company, had a rep out to talk to us about the next step and all this. So it's halted. She's here. She's talking to my wife. I'm like, you got to give me a minute. This stock's halted. Comes out of the halt. I immediately sell on the ask, or I throw the bid, or throw it up on the ask. It gets filled at like 591. Yeah, gets filled at 591. Pops up, pops down. I throw 2,000 shares on the bid. Gets filled at 565. Squeezing up and into the halt, next halt. So now I'm holding 2,000 shares into the second halt, already up like $1,800 or something like that. I don't know. So it's halted for what I assume is going to be another 10-minute halt. So I go over and join the table, whatever, talking to her. try to like speed it up, cut it short. She leaves like 1 minute before it comes out of the halt. Comes out, throw half up on the bid, get filled at 710. That was my best fill. And then I sell 500 at 691. And then the other 500 at 682. I was hoping it was going to pop up, but it never did. So that was it on that one for a total of $3,805. So that was a pretty crazy little trade. When stocks like this are running up and getting halted, they're kind of like lottery tickets. You got to hope they come out of the halt and gap up. If they come out and they come out at at the same price or gap down, it's kind of like you bought a shitty lottery ticket that's taking all your money. But in this instance, I got filled here with 2,000 shares. As soon as it gaps up, I'm already up like $800, $1,000, and I've done this in real life, just years back. I was a bad trader and I lost a lot of money, but I've made like $500 or $800 on trades like this, and all of a sudden I think I'm a great trader, but it's not how it is. You just have to know how to play the halt. So when it popped out here and immediately went red, I knew that was a bad sign. Now what you want is it to go red, pop down, and then come back up, consolidate for just a couple seconds, and then go green. But it didn't do that. It came down, it did pop up a little bit, couldn't go back to green. Another red candle, or another candle popped down, popped back up. But then at that point, you're like, nope. And it did get halted right here on the way down, but I was already out, didn't care. Resumed, went lower. Sometimes when it gets halted on the way down, it'll go down and resume lower, and then U-shape back around and come up. Didn't do it this time. It got halted here too. And when it came out, it stayed pretty level there. Didn't really do much from there throughout the day, but that was my biggest winner today with $3,800. And I can pull over and let you see all the executions that went on here. Anyways, next trade. So that was this one, 3,800, and you can see loser. Is that a winner here and a winner here? Next one is NLTX. Boom. Let you see the timestamps there. Okay. I didn't even have it on my freaking watch list. NLTX. So traded at 1032. 1032. It's this candle here. 2,000 shares at 811. I think I was just trying to like scalp it real quick. Had this nice little move here, but I sold 500 at 823. 500 at 832. 500 at 822 and 23. So basically as it was coming down, it's like bam, bam. So, and that was just a $280 winner. 2,000 shares at 811. That's a little over $16,000 invested. So it's going pretty heavy for just $280. But I was already up a substantial amount, so I wasn't really worried. If I lost $150, $200, whatever. But made 280, quick little scalp, and I was out. Now my next biggest winner, which was also pretty substantial, is back on TCCO, and it wasn't even the short that I was talking about. So TCCO, it fell, consolidated forever, and I was looking at possibly going short. I did go short, and then I just canceled it out because, like I said, I was playing with the short stuff today, and like I said, I wasn't counting any of that, so I deleted the thing. But I mean, it was a break-even trade anyways. So anyways, I was watching it. It was consolidating. It pops up here, and I was so mad because I was looking to get in over $6. Yeah. So I was looking at it, and I was like, if it gets over $6, Let me change this study. I usually don't have my moving average. I usually have a VWAP. So it breaks the VWAP, but I also wanted it to break 6, and it did. And I wasn't even paying attention at the moment. I was so mad. So it starts to consolidate here, pops down, pops up, pops down, pops up, and then it come a little lower, and then I know, as it's coming back up, I'm like, this thing is going to go. So I got in right here. Let's see, 2,000 shares at 262 with 2,000 shares. So that's, like $13,000 position, somewhere around in that range. And then it surges up and gets halted. And I'm like, holy crap. Didn't even expect it. But I did sell 1,000 shares on the way up. Sold half at 746. Just because I always take some profits, especially if I'm in way down here. So, let's see. Gets halted at... Okay, so I sell 500 when it comes out of the halt at 825. And then the other 500 all the way back down at 773. I thought I said 743. And this is the danger of market ordering out. Because when it pops up, I usually throw it on the ask. And it filled. And then it surges down. And when it surges down, I market order. I don't care. Because if you put it on the ask and it just keeps falling, you'll never get filled. Especially when there's a spread of like 20 or 30 cents. So I just market order out. It gets filled at the very bottom and then pops right back up. So it is what it is. Still made 2,200 on the name, or on that trade. I don't know how much I made on the name. Let's see. 424 or 22. So that's 26 minus 480. So I basically made 2,100 on the name. And that's it for the day. Let's go over to the dashboard reports again. So for the month, not only did that put me back in the green, but I think I'm up like $5,100. Let's just do the math real quick. This week has just been amazing. So I'm up $5,184 now on the month. Yesterday, after yesterday's $3,000 gain, I was still down $284 on the month. This puts me up $5,184. So this is my biggest green day too, and still smaller than my biggest red day. Let's go to the details. Puts me up $14,543 profit total. My averages came up 1%. Had a bunch of losses today, but I guess still had one or two more wins. Nothing, amazing there. You can see the trend here. My gains are getting bigger. I had that massive red day where I just basically anger traded. And then these past 2 days have been amazing. You see the graph, steady growth, huge pullback, a little bit of growth, a little U-shape around, and then surges back up. Just like a nice little U-shape pattern. Or you could say this is like a cup and handle. But it's obviously not a stock chart. It's my profits. But that's it for today. Now, let's go back and talk about this TradeNet account. So this account... they give you $14,000 to trade with, but you have a $700 drawdown before they freeze the account and kick you out. They'll let you lose $700 before they lock your account and you have to start over. And I don't really know what the process is of starting over. But not only that, also, they will not let you just trade anything. So don't expect me to come in here and make $2,000-$3,000 like I am on my paper account. For the main reason being is most of the stocks that I trade on my paper account, they will not let me trade. They want you to trade more like mid cap to large cap stocks. They do not let you trade risky penny stocks or stocks within the $2 to $10 range. I even tried trading stocks in the $20 range with my friend's account, and it still wouldn't let me do it. I don't really know what the criteria is. I know there is a way to find out what I can and can't trade. As soon as I find that out, I will let you guys know. But I am going to try to start looking more into the mid cap and large cap stocks just to trade this account and try to grow it. My goal here with this account is to slowly make enough money to transfer into my TD Ameritrade account. So that's the whole goal of this account. Also, I'm going to learn kind of a new strategy, I guess, with mid cap and large caps. They do give you plenty of buying power, so I should be able to trade. Even if it's like a stock like TVIX or let's see, what is it, UVXY, inverse ETFs of the SPY. So if I can watch the SPY, figure out when it's going to fall, I can buy shares of UVXY, which is much cheaper at $16, and it will do the opposite of SPY. So if the SPY is falling, I can buy it, it'll rise. Boom, make money that way. So that's it for today. Tomorrow, I will have both accounts pulled up, but I will not be trading as heavily in my penny stock account, my TD Ameritrade simulator, because I have the real account or the real money to trade with. I will have order windows pulled up for both, but I'm not going to be trying to trade as frequently or heavy in my other account because I want to put some focus on the real account here so I can make some money. So don't be surprised if I only make like $200 tomorrow and going forward. I'm back into the green for the month, so I'm not trying to dig my way out. This is the first day I've got this account live, so I got to start putting focus on it because I got to make the money here to put in the real account. And then you can see me blow up either real money or make real money. So that's the long-term goal anyways. But yeah, TCCO, is this thing just still falling after hours? Yep, back down to $7. See, my short would have worked out amazingly. Especially if I got out, my last bit here at 7 and then shorted again back up here at, 940s. But anyways, we'll be back at it tomorrow. So thanks for watching.